I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
And this is Gridiron Talks.
Episode 18 of Gridiron Talks. I'm Michael.
I'm Gabriella.
A very unfortunate Bears game recap, the last one of the season for us.
Yes.
So
let's get right into it. Bears rallied late and never gave up, but couldn't overcome costly mistakes as they dropped their season finale 24-20 to the Detroit Lions at Soldier Field. With the loss, the Bears finished the season in last place in the NFC North at 6-10, which is a one-game improvement from last year.
Okay.
The difference is that they were in most games, with 6 of their last 7 losses coming by margins of 3, 2, 6, 3, and 4 points. Jay Cutler had entered the game without a multi-interception game in 14 starts this season, but he was picked off 3 times by the Lions. One came on a deflected pass in the end zone, and the other 2 occurred when he was hit while throwing the ball. Bears trailed 10-0 at halftime, but rallied to tie the Lions at 10 and 17, and eventually drew to within 24-20. But Detroit did clinch the win when Cutler's pass from the Detroit 37 was intercepted by safety Glover Quinn at the 12, with 1:51 left in the game. The defense was unable to generate any impact plays and failed to force a turnover for the 7th time in 16 games. The Bears scored on 4 straight possessions in the second half for the first time this year, but the defense allowed back-to-back touchdown drives at 72 and 80 yards, with Detroit needing only 1 third-down play on the 2 possessions. In what may have been his final game in a Bears uniform, the free agent-to-be Matt Forte rushed for 76 yards on 17 carries and caught 3 passes for 34 yards, including a 23-yarder that tied the game 17-17 early in the 4th quarter. Cutler passed for just 63 yards with 2 interceptions in the first half, but he rallied the Bears by completing 10 of 13 passes for 182 yards with 2 touchdowns in the second half. Cutler finished the season with a career-high 92.3 passer rating. With the loss, the Bears finished 1-7 at Soldier Field this season, the most home losses in franchise history and the fewest wins since they went 1-6 in 1973. It was also the first time they've lost all 3 division home games since the NFL realigned in 2002. So some positive out of that. Jay Cutler had his career-high passer rating, which was awesome for his first year with Adam Gase as his offensive coordinator and John Fox as his head coach. And pretty sad because we don't know where Matt Forte is going to be next year.
Correct. And I think we should bring it up. I know it's not in the script, but what Matt Forte left in his locker has been causing some kind of uproar in a good way over social media. If you guys don't know, he left a T-shirt in there.
Yeah, kind of like a jersey type of thing.
That just said workhorse.
And it had his number 22.
And you know that I think he definitely wants to stay. I know he said he wants to stay.
He does. Yeah, he's saying to not make a big deal. It's not like he is asking to leave. That he wants to stay in Chicago. So
the team that drafted him.
Yeah, and he's saying that it's all up to them. He's not gonna
fight it.
Yeah, fight it if they want to keep him.
Other Bears news: the draft is back in Chicago. We have mentioned that previous episodes, and the Bears will pick 11th in that draft. It's the 3rd straight year they will pick in the top 15.
And like I said, I brought up Adam Gase, but he might not be with the Bears next season. So we'll see. He does have interviews with the Eagles today, the Browns tomorrow, and the Dolphins Thursday.
Sad to see him go. If he does leave,
he does deserve a head coaching job.
And he will get one this year.
But what do you think that means for Jay Cutler?
He'll be fine. John Fox said that it's not one person's, scheme. It's their scheme. So they have to tweak it a little bit, but
they did say Jay Cutler is their quarterback and they are going to work their offense around him. So for all the haters out there, you're stuck with Cuddy for another season. But we don't have this in the script either. An old Bears player, Hall of Famer soon.
Yes.
Brian Urlacher now has hair.
He does.
He doesn't look like how he looked when he was on the Bears. So today he announced that he had started
some hair thing.
Yeah, some hair things. So it's pretty funny.
It is. He looks really weird. And it's now time for Around the League news. And with this comes Tom Coughlin leaving the New York Giants organization.
Yeah, a lot of people are emotional about that.
Very emotional. His press conference today was very emotional.
Especially for Eli Manning.
Exactly, yes.
Charles Tillman, a former Bear, tore his ACL. He is now out, so he will not join his team, the Panthers, in the playoffs.
Hopefully he still can get a ring, though.
Yeah, I'm saying I was about to say, they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl,
yes.
so he's going to miss all that, but I know he'll be there to cheer them on.
Exactly. Rams, Raiders, and Chargers all sent in relocation applications. They want to move to Los Angeles, and only one of those teams will come out a winner.
Who do you think?
The Rams.
The Rams, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown becomes first player in NFL history with 125 catches in back-to-back seasons.
At 30 years old, Adrian Peterson led the NFL in rushing yards for the third time in his career.
Julio Jones is the 2015 receiving yards leader for the first time in his career with 1,871 yards.
Texans clinched the AFC South title.
Steelers clinch a playoff berth.
Vikings clinched the NFC North title.
Which I don't think a lot of people were
expecting. No, not at all.
That was a pretty intense game.
Exactly.
Browns fire their GM and their head coach. And apparently they're ready to move on from Johnny Manziel. And apparently he wants to go to the Dallas Cowboys.
I can see that happening. I really can. The 49ers fire head coach Jim Tomasula.
And the Panthers clinch home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. No surprise there.
And we didn't say this last week because after we had finished filming, we got notifications on our phones from ESPN. Chip Kelly is gone from Philadelphia, just in case you guys didn't know. The Broncos do clinch home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs.
And this is how the AFC playoffs will go. The Broncos and Patriots are on a bye. The Bengals host the Steelers and the Texans host the Chiefs.
For the NFC playoff pictures, it's Panthers and Cardinals are on their bye. The Vikings will host the Seahawks, and the Redskins will host the Packers. And my highlight of the week, very different type of highlight of the week. It's a heartfelt, good type of story. Devon Still, the father of Leah Still, Leah Strong, the girl who's had cancer for most of these past 2 years, has kind of taken the internet and our hearts by storm. The two weren't able to celebrate Christmas together this year because Leah was at the hospital and Devon had a workout tryout with a team. So they got to celebrate the other day, and just take a look at what was on Devon's Instagram.
I've been looking all over the world for you. I've been looking all over for you. I was in North Carolina, then I went to South Carolina.
I was in North Carolina too.
I had all these toys, and I think, what am I going to do with these toys?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with these toys? And then this morning I was getting all ready to come out, right?
Yeah.
I was getting all ready to come out, and there was a letter there. And I picked up the letter. Dear Santa, I need your help. My daughter Leah has been really sad lately because we didn't get to spend Christmas together. She said because she...
Thanks for that very heartwarming highlight of the week, but now it's time for my bear of the week. I picked two this week because it is my last bear of the week. I'm pretty sad, but I also picked something heartwarming.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Josh Bellamy first because of his touchdown catch on Sunday. It's pretty awesome. And then I'm going to go with Matt Forte because it's sad. That could have been his last season in Chicago. And all the stuff he said about the organization, the fans, and Jay Cutler. So it's sad if he does leave, it's sad, and I will for sure miss him. So I got to give it up to him, of course, and show him some love this week.
Okay, that is it for us this week. It is our last regular season episode.
Our last Bears related episode. We will inform you of any Bears news, anything going on with them, but for now it's time for playoffs.
Yes. So we will be back next week, next Tuesday, with all the playoff stuff that happens this weekend. So stay tuned for those. And I'm Michael.
I'm Gabriella.
Go Bears.